Alright guys, so I went back to visit Rachel Gibson because I didn't like this book, but she's written so many romances, and I've read a lot of romances, and a lot of hers are highly recommended, and a lot of people love her, and I didn't like Rescue Me. I thought it was a bit cheesy. I don't remember what I said about it, but I just didn't like it. So I decided to pick a book that tied in with this book, and it was an audiobook, and it was at my library, and I didn't have to wait for it, so I went for it, and it was Run to You, Military Men #2, but it also does tie into this book a lot. You'll see here in the synopsis, the synopsis. Why do I keep saying synopsis? But it's by it's by Rachel Gibson, and Run to You is about military men. So it is about one twin brother, and his name is Bo. Bo Yeager, I think his name is, and then the girl's name is, the main heroine in the story is named Stella. So Stella, the reason it ties into this book, the whole town, you hear about Sadie Hallowell, and one of the big shocking reveals at the end of this book is that she has a sister, and she finds that out after her father died. Well, in this book, Stella and Sadie, why did she name them so close? Stella is that sister, and Stella has known about her sister Sadie her entire life, so kind of has no interest in her. Stella is floating around. She's like 28 years old. Kind of don't believe that storyline that she's 28 and still kind of floating around, doesn't know exactly what she wants, but she kind of enjoys this and just goes from job to job that she enjoys at the time. She is working in a drag queen, I don't think it's a strip club, just drag queen club, I think, that is run by the mob. So that is the very first implication. Bo shows up because of Stella, because Stella's found out about her, or not Stella, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get these confused. Because of Sadie, this girl, Bo shows up because his twin brother is really good friends with her fiance, and so he trusts him to track down this long lost sister, her Stella. And Bo is showing up to say, hey, you have a sister that wants to meet you. And of course, Stella, like I said, already knows about the sister. And because of the mob scenario, she gets kind of booted out of town and has to end up going with Bo to meet her sister. That's how the story starts off. So it's a little bit intriguing. I thought it was so much more better done. Like the reason why these two people ended up in the same city. There was a reason behind both plots, and you kind of do need to know Rescue Me or have read about it or something in order to understand the main reasoning behind this book, even though I think she doesn't put them in both categories. Like this is a Love and Texas category, and this one is Military Men. I don't think she puts them in the same series line, which I think they should be. But anyway, so you meet Stella. She's quirky, she's funny. She thinks people find her annoying a lot, and so the story is obviously written funny and quirky, and they go on this driving adventure, as you would say. I think overall I liked the book. I think I gave it 4 stars initially when I first was done with it and put it down. I was like, oh, it was really good. I thought it was so much better than her first one I read by Rachel Gibson. I thought it was funny and quirky. But then going back on it and thinking on it more, I don't know how memorable the characters were now. And also, I thought the storyline was really short because it all happens in about a span of 2 weeks, right? It's like 2 weeks to get from like Florida out to this Texas town. I think it's Florida they start out in. So they're not going super far, and it takes them 2 weeks to do this journey. And so their love, romance relationship has to happen really rather quickly. Would be one of my critiques in it. I didn't fully believe it. And then there is a whole scenario with her being a virgin, but that didn't really up the tension or anything in the book, or I don't think it really added to the book a lot. But the other things where it was like the mob storyline just kind of ends up dropping off for the most part. Like it sets in a little bit, but nothing really, it drops off. I thought her character would develop more, like she would find out not more of what she wants in life, but more of who she is and where she's going in life. But it's kind of predictably led by the man that's in her life at the time. And then I also thought the storyline of her meeting her sister, she's like really scared in the story supposedly to meet her sister, and because her father didn't like her, and so she has all these problems and issues, but I didn't really buy it in the end. And so I think it was like underplayed. Like it needed to be more of a reason, not more of a reason, but more well thought out and written in the book. So I didn't really buy that storyline. It was a little bit too short. Their romance, I guess, was a little bit too short. Not to say that romance can happen quickly, but it wasn't that story. It didn't build up that way in the story. And then at the end, there's a huge miscommunication scene. They're separated, blah, 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 blah. I didn't believe the miscommunication scene. Like, I didn't for a second. I was like, no. They wouldn't have ran in opposite directions of the country because of this. No. Like, I didn't buy it. But the book is easy. It is good. I liked it so much better than the other story. It was more believable. I actually thought that both the characters were really intriguing. The guy doesn't really have so many problems in the book at all. He's kind of a strong Marine backed, and he kind of knows where he's going in life and what he wants in life. And so he's really not a character that's up and down. He's pretty steadfast and easy to read through. So yeah, I really like the story, and thank you for listening to my simple quick review. I'd recommend it to you if you love Rachel Gibson stories, or if you just want a really quick, easy beach romance read. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!